Welcome back, this is Jack, and this is a 360 Watch Review's first ever unboxing. I'm just going to jump straight in. Sometimes these can be so well packaged, it might take a little bit of time. So this is a brand I've not had too much experience with, but I know they are very competitive in their price bracket. Wristwatch check, because this is something that everyone keeps doing. It's my Breitling Galactic Unitime Sleek Tea today. Okay, we'll ignore that. Citizen box. Nothing to shout the heavens about, but yeah, it's pretty basic. But then of course we are not talking mega bucks here. As I said, Citizen price themselves very well. 5-year warranty, which is market leading actually. Not many manufacturers give out a 5-year warranty. Instructions manual. And register your watch online for an additional year's guarantee and a chance to win a watch. So 6 years guarantee, that is amazing. Very good selling point. So without further ado, let's jump in to the watch. So here we have is this focus on? I think it is. So this is the Citizen AW, that's Alpha Whiskey 7030-57E for Echo. Bit of a mouthful, the model number, but this was a tough little one to get hold of because they were sold out in most retail stores, at least in the UK anyway, and even Amazon had sold out of them. But this retails for about £250. This is one of Citizen's Eco Drive lines. In fact, that is pretty much, I would imagine, 90% of the bulk of their watches now is Eco Drive, which is obviously their solar technology. Solar cell within the dial powers a quartz movement inside, which is why you see the hand is ticking there. And what I love about this watch is they've got the size really well. I believe it's 42mm. Apologies if I got that wrong. The lug width is very nice. You can see the case has a very, how do I put it? It's got a very nice finish to it and almost industrial. You know, it's you know, rather than being rounded off, it's almost squared off, giving it, you know, a very contemporary look. And of course the face of this is also very contemporary. I mean, I love the dial. The dial have got that kind of Côte de Genève pattern going on, otherwise known as Geneva waves or Geneva stripes. It's quite ironic actually, because this is actually a Japanese watch manufacturer, Citizen. They don't always make the cases and bracelets in Japan. Sometimes the bracelets come from China, which is a little annoying. Yeah, this one comes from China, says it inside here. If you're a purist, that's going to annoy you, but this is a Citizen, at the end of the day. You know, you got to bear in mind that all these decisions keep costs down. A nice clasp, safety catch there, which is nice, and a double action. You know, it's not going to release unless I squeeze both of these two here. Stamped out clasp, again, not the best quality you're going to find, but it's not that bad either. You know, this isn't rattling or anything like that. And actually the bracelet has got a very nice look and feel to it. I really am impressed with the bracelet. Obviously you've got pins instead of screws, but again, like I said, you've got to bear in mind the cost of these. Now let's have a look here. I've got a lovely, it's not a screw-in crown, but it's got this very nice knurled sort of pattern to it, making it very grippy. So that's a very nice crown. Looks like we have, yeah, first position for the date, And hacking seconds, we can get into the, I don't know if hacking seconds actually counts on a quartz watch. It's been a while since I've been in possession of one. Of course, this is not for me. I've bought this for a friend of mine. Their husband's watch have just packed it in, so she is treating him to a new watch. And this was a very good one in the lineup. I love the power reserve indicator down here, if you're wondering what that is. Kind of reminds me of a vehicle's rev counter, the way they've done it. Very nice, but could also resemble a fuel gauge as well, which works in nicely as it is a power reserve indicator. Now I've read that the power reserve for this can hold up to 8 months worth of charge when that red batten there goes up to the full extent to the top left. So you know, you can't really go wrong if this is the type of watch you need. If you're not someone who likes automatic watches, you don't want to have to keep winding it and setting it every time you take it off for longer than 2 or 3 days. This might be the watch for you. It's got a little bit more for your money than just a normal quartz movement. Of course, you've got that solar panel in there, which as I said, will probably go for over a decade without needing anything doing to it. So they're very durable when it comes to watches. So let me try this on and see what it looks like on the wrist. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that annoying tag first. Let's do that. Okay. And there it is on the wrist. So yeah, it's a great size. It really is a lovely size. Smack bang in there in the middle, 42. Some might say, oh no, 40 is the benchmark of a perfectly sized wristwatch, but you know, there is no perfect size. This is all subjective. You know, you like what you want to like. You like your watches in proportion with your wrist like I do, or you'll like them oversized. You might be a bit of a Breitling or a Panerai guy. So yeah, no, I think that is spot on. That's going to appeal to a lot of people, this size. And yeah, I don't think you can really go wrong. The bezel, as much as it looks like it can turn, it doesn't. It is not a diving watch, so I'm not bent out of shape about that at all. We do have some markers on there, 5 to 55. So yeah, as I said, that's more or less for show. You've got a date magnifier. Now, this is a little bit smaller than, say, that of a Rolex date magnifier, where you might find one of those. But it is quite nicely done. You know, it does make the date somewhat clearer, and it's not overly obtrusive. Actually, it's quite small. But I've not seen one of those on a Citizen before, so that's a first. Case depth, again, very nice. It's not sitting very high there. If you are going to wear this with a suit, it's not dressy in the slightest, but you know, we all wear watches to different occasions. That would fit under a cuff quite nicely. The glass is completely flat. There's no domed part to it, apart from obviously the magnifier there, which just shoots up a little bit from the glass. But yeah, you know, once that's fitted to my wrist, that would look quite nice. I would be very happy to own one like that. So yeah, let me know what you think. As I said, they retail for £250 in the UK. I actually managed to pick this up for under 170 brand new. There are a few places online that are still doing them at that cost, but you know, if your budget is between £100 and £300, you know, this might be the watch for you. It isn't Swiss, but as we know, Japan have been known for making some rather excellent pieces, you know, and giving Switzerland a bit of a competition. This is, of course, not a high-end piece at all, but as I said, if your budget is in the £100 to £300 margin, you know, this will be competing against the likes of, say, Tissot, Seiko's entry-level watches, and a few others that are bouncing around in that price category. But Citizen, I just have to say, I'm very impressed. This is, again, the Citizen AW7030-57E. Thank you very much.